Hey guys, it's Mike here, and welcome to another video that we're bringing you today on Dragon Ball Super. In this video, we're going to be telling you the 10 things we don't want to see in the new arc, the Universe 6 arc of Dragon Ball Super. And of course, after you're done checking this video out, make sure to go over to Big D's channel and see the 10 things we do want to see in the new arc, the Universe 6 arc of Dragon Ball Super. But let me introduce the man himself, Big D. How's it going, man?
Hey guys, it's Geekdom here on Laughingstock Media's channel. How's it going?
Yeah, so basically today we're going to be starting off with the 10 things that we don't want to see, and I'm going to do my 5 things, he's going to do his 5 things, and he's going to start off first. So what is...
Or I'm gonna do a thing with 5 fingers.
Oh yes, that's going to be on the adults-only version of this video. But anyway...
Somebody's actually going to look for that now.
Yes, they are. Make sure to. And anyway, what is your number one thing, or your thing that you don't want to see first off?
Well, my number 5, I guess it would be, but the first thing that I do not want to see in Dragon Ball Super Champa arc, I don't want to see bad animation. Now, I know we're going to get bad animation at some point because it's been well documented now if you've been doing your homework about Toei's issues with the series being rushed. However, we've seen some fantastic animation thus far in the Champa arc. It seems like the Resurrection F crew kind of came back for this, and it's all hands on deck, but I don't want to see anything like Episode 5 of Super or anything like that ever again. I want the Champa arc to at least look decent for the most part. We are going to have our bad episodes, we're going to have our lesser quality episodes, but I just don't want the key episodes with the big fights and the big moments to have the bad animators on them. I want those episodes to have the top-notch guys, and I want it to look beautiful and look good and look visually stimulating. And then also, I'm tired of people criticizing the series for the animation, so let's just stop the complaining by fixing it and having good animation throughout.
Yeah, when even Toriyama complains, you know that you're in trouble in that case, and I totally agree with that. But my number 5 is going to be allusions to Dragon Ball GT. Now, I kind of want this series to be something separate from Dragon Ball GT. You know, we've talked about GT in the last video that we did, the 10 things that GT did better than Dragon Ball Super, but of course we want to say that in this case, I don't want really anything alluding to GT. I want Super to be its own thing. I want it to go past the end of Z. I want it to be a new, fresh start for the Dragon Ball franchise, and let's see just how far it can go. Get rid of the old conventions, no more Super Saiyan, you know, Uzarus and stuff like that. Even though they look cool, let's do something completely different. You know, let's just keep going that direction and just see what it is. So no more confirmation or allusions to GT at all. Let's just have it be its own thing and let people in the end decide, I like this one, I like this one, and come together as a fan base. No more of that canon nonsense.
I don't think we're going to see any mentions of GT at all, to be honest with you. But the canon stuff's still going to go on.
Yeah. So what's your next one?
My next one is a little bit controversial, and I might not get people to agree with me, but this is how I honestly feel. No more Goku and Vegeta forms. I don't want to see any more transformations. I don't want to see a blue-haired version of SSJ3 with long blue hair. I don't want to see that. I think that SS God SS or Super Saiyan Blue, whatever you want to call it, I think that's it. I don't want to see any more forms. I think that transformations are slowly kind of becoming like they were in Digimon, where it's become like a Deus Ex Machina, where every time they're in trouble, there's a new transformation.
Yeah.
I'm done with it. I know they gotta sell toys, but to me, I want the series to go back to its roots. I think that Goku and Vegeta now, with their God Key mastered, with them unlocking these new forms with blue hair, I think now the fight should be about tactics. They should be about strategy. They should be about technique. They should not be about, oh, I'm losing, here's a new transformation. I don't want them to do that anymore. I want it to be more old school. That's it. These forms should be the last new forms that Toriyama introduces for those two characters.
I completely agree with you 100%. I love the look of Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue, but the fact of the matter is, like, enough. Let's just go back to Dragon Ball and what we saw in that rather than transformations. The only one we saw there was the Uzaru, and that wasn't even supposed to be normal. So no more of that. Let's just get back to the actual basics of fighting.
Back to basics, I agree.
Oh yeah. My next one is going to be everyone except Goku being canon fodder. I don't want to see that at all. I want to see other characters developed, you know what I'm saying? Like Gohan, like Goten and Trunks, and all these other characters, Vegeta, Piccolo, Boo, everyone. I want to see them actually be able to put up a fight against the main villain, or I want to see them be interchangeable. I love that section of the Cell arc in which Piccolo turned into the Super Namek. Everyone's a Super Saiyan, and everyone seems to be around the same kind of ballpark in general of power, and, you know, it seems like they're kind of interchangeable. Someone's going to be able to beat the villain. Who is it? And it was kind of like that in the Frieza saga towards the end as well, until Goku went Super Saiyan, showed up, and all that stuff like that. So that's something I want to see again, because, like, every character, like, having such a big gap is one of the big problems with Dragon Ball Z. So if they could fill that gap in, so they could actually put everyone closer together on the same level, make all about tactic and opportunity, I'd love to see that. I'd love to see anyone step in and be able to say, you thought you could beat him and beat me? Well, guess what? I'm going to take you out. And that's something I really want to see in this series moving forward.
I agree. Now, my number 3, or whatever, is... this is to me, I'm very passionate about this one. Okay, number 3 of the 10 things I do not want to see in Dragon Ball Super Champa arc, or actually for the remainder of the series, is no more timeline inconsistencies. This has been a problem from day one, and the deeper they get into this series, the worse it gets. Bra/Bulla has not been born yet. Goten and Trunks have not grown up yet, which I'm sure you're going to cover too as we go along here. The ages and the years are all jacked up. Bulma says at the end of the series she hasn't seen Goku in 5 years. That's been written over. Basically, Toei and Toriyama's lack of attention to detail for fitting this into that part of the series. If they were going to go all out with this series, they should have just done it after the end of Z and just called it a day. But the fact that we're seeing more and more timeline inconsistencies, it would not make any sense. And I'm tired of it, and to be honest with you, it's kind of insulting, to be completely honest with you. No more. I've had enough plot holes.
Exactly, but then again, it'll give me a lot more videos to do. The next thing that I don't want to see is something you just alluded to earlier, and that is Goten and Trunks staying as kids. God, just let them grow up already. Goten and Trunks are kids. That's their whole character. No more. Let's actually develop them. You know, say what you want about Dragon Ball GT. At least Goten being a pervert was a character. What is he right now? Goku's son. What is Trunks right now? He's the more boring kid version of future Trunks, alright? You know, just bring back future Trunks if you're going to have this freaking annoying kid around all the time. I mean, it'll be convoluted, but everything in Dragon Ball Z is convoluted and contrived. So screw it. Develop them, let them become older, let them actually have characters like, you know, Gohan, the original child was, and let them do something. I'm just done with it right now. What's your next one?
My next one is, I think the one that you will both agree with, is a lack of development. That's the next thing I don't want to see. They're introducing all these new characters. Monaka, Botamo, Heat. We're seeing all these characters, and I want all of them to get some kind of development. I don't want them to just come in like Sorbet, Tagoma, Shizami with no actual backstory. I want backstory. I want development. I want them to actually be given, even if it's just one episode, I want them to be given some kind of story so that we can kind of relate to those characters, even if they're villains. I would just be very upset if they just forgot about it and just said, oh, well, they're just fodder. Like you said, I don't want any more fodder characters. They need to matter.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that a great villain is someone that you can actually understand their motivations, and even if you don't agree with it, at least you understand who they are as a person, even if they're a crazy space alien from another universe. At least you understand them, and if we just get another Majin Buu who is just like, oh, I want to blow stuff up because I'm evil, we got to move past that. We got to have some developed characters. There's so many great animes and movies out there that have real developed characters, but speaking of evil characters, how about evil counterparts of characters from Universe 6? I don't want to see an evil Goku, an evil Krillin, or an evil Chaozu, alright? I mean, evil Chaozu might be super powerful, I mean, that'd be pretty funny, but no, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see any of that crap, evil Namekians, because they're good in Universe 7, they gotta be evil there. No. Let's get some new, interesting characters. We already have Saiyans, which are good, but please don't do that for every single thing and make them all evil. Don't make a good Frieza and an evil everyone else who's good, an evil King Kai and stuff like that. Let's just have something original. That is so boring, and it's been in so many fan fictions at this point. Come on, Toriyama, please do something new and different. I don't want to see that again.
I don't think we are going to. I think we're safe, but that's my opinion.
So what is your last pick?
My last pick for the 10 things we don't want to see in the Champa arc, Goku winning this damn tournament.
Yep.
I don't want to see it. It could be Vegeta. It could be Monaka. It could be one of the guys from Champa's team. I don't want to see Goku win this tournament. I think Goku already won his tournament back in the 23rd Budokai. I don't think he needs to win. He just got done killing Frieza. I think Goku winning this is going to go into that freaking 2009 to 2012 John Cena territory that Goku's kind of already in. I think Goku, the fact that he's starting the tournament tells me he's probably not going to win this thing. He's going to lose. Someone else is going to win, I think. I don't want them to do the thing where Goku's the 5th guy. Oh, we're going to rotate it. No. Goku needs to lose. I'm not saying he has to get killed or anything. He can get knocked out of the ring, whatever. Not anything crazy, but I don't think he should win this thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Let's have someone else get a main victory already. Let's get Vegeta to get a main victory already. I mean, he kind of beat Frieza, but they took the kill away from him. Let's get Vegeta to actually win this thing, or, you know, someone else, like, screw it, Gohan, because I'm a Gohan fanboy. But anyway, let's move on to my last pick. And my last pick for things I don't want to see is Broly. Fuck that guy. So anyway, this has been another video that we've been bringing you today on Dragon Ball Super, in which we were telling you the 10 things that we don't want to see in the new arc of Dragon Ball Super. Of course, before we go, again, don't forget to check out after this video, Big D's video on his channel of things that we do want to see. Also, what's your 10 things you don't want to see in the new arc of Dragon Ball Super? And don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as I always say, stick around, because there's a lot more to come in the future.
Wow, subscribe now. Maybe that pussy Gohan might come back. That's not something I want to see. He's too little and scrawny. Yeah.
That scrawny son of a bitch. Put on some mask, Gohan. Yeah.
But maybe it's better that he beat that fat ass Champa.